Hello, what's up guys? How many channels on YouTube keep telling you about the stimulus checks? A ton of them, right? I have heard them over and over and over that the stimulus checks that they're going to be sending out money directly to your direct payments. I have researched the states that are giving out stimulus checks, but nothing has happened yet. $2,000 checks, $1,400 checks, $850 checks, all proposals, some passed, some didn't. But still, even if they are passed, nothing has been sent out. Many of you guys are even commenting saying, I won't believe it until it hits my bank account. That's the true reality. People are suffering not because they're not working, but because things got way too much. And it's even worse for those on a fixed income. Prices in the US are climbing at their fastest rate in 40 years, more than 8% from 2021. But for many families across the country, that number is more than just a data point. Let's take a look at how one family in Michigan is coping with this new reality. It's a typical morning at the Bandy house. 39-year-old Lindsay and 44-year-old Scott live just outside of Grand Rapids, Michigan. They say right now their household's budget is stressed to the breaking point by the rising costs. Lindsay said that before this last round of inflation hit, it was rough. They were still cut up paycheck to paycheck, but the paycheck went a little bit further. There's no wiggle room. She says skyrocketing prices at the supermarket is a major source of stress. Meat prices rose by nearly 15% in the US over last year. Milk is up 13%, and even the price of soup spiked by 10%. Lindsay says the sticker shock is the worst at the gas pump. In Grand Rapids, it now costs around $4 a gallon. That's up from less than $3 a year ago. So I just had a very painful experience. I filled up my gas tank. I wasn't even a quarter of a tank yet. It still cost me $100. We have to drive across town to pick up the kids, and then I commute for work. That's taken a huge bite out of our monthly budgets. She earns $15 an hour at her retail job. That's well over the federal minimum wage and works about 35 hours a week. Her husband Scott was full-time as a cable technician, and the family lives in a roommate to help pay the mortgage. Still, Lindsay says they are barely scraping by because wages haven't kept up with prices. There's no reason why these companies that are posting record profits over the last 2 years can't afford to pay their employees a living wage. Michelle Singletary is a financial columnist for the Washington Post. She says what the Bandy family is experiencing now is unfortunately very common. Well, it's the people who are already living on the edge, and the pandemic and the economic slowdown and higher gas prices and deflation just tipping them over. For now, the Bands are finding creative ways to support their family. Lindsay has taken up what she calls nerd crafting and sells her wares at conventions and online. Scott donates plasma twice a week for extra cash. Lindsay's mother, Lisa, chips in by looking after the Bandy's 3-year-old daughter, Hallie. It saves the family on child care costs and is a welcome break for Lindsay and Scott. Her mom said, they just feel like they are not, what are we doing wrong? We're not getting ahead. We are working and working and working, and we are not getting ahead. It's heartbreaking, and I just with their words more than I could do for her. Hallie is too young to understand the financial toll on the family and the beginning, but 10-year-old Hope has started to notice. She worries that if her parents don't like to pay all the bills, they will lose the house and have to move back in with her nana. Lindsay is feeling like You were trying to succeed as a parent, which is hard enough, and then to find out that you are not doing such a great job hidden, your stressors and your fears and your tensions is wrenching. For now, Singletary says the economic outlook is uncertain. Hopefully by 2023, we are really seeing things turn around. Michelle thinks we got to pack in our patience and know that this is probably going to be happening for a little bit longer. And that's a huge concern for Lindsay Bandy. I wanted really to show you what is happening right now in America. Every state has tons of money, but why hasn't it been given to the people in need? Why has the Senate passed bills for Ukraine? There's no way for us to know why they can't do it for them. Hopefully next year, it will be better.